It is well documented that the tourism industry throughout the region and in St. Kitts and Nevis has been going through an unusually challenging period over the past 2 years, since the crash of the financial markets in September 2008. But after what we hope is the lowest point in 2009, tonight we can look forward with hope and cautious optimism again, as the facts and the statistics show that world tourism has started to slowly rebound. Stopover arrivals are slowly picking up, and visitors are returning to our Caribbean shores, eager to enjoy themselves after having cut back on such discretionary expenditures over the past year. However, our visitors are returning from a different marketplace and with a different mindset. What do I mean by a different mindset? Consumers are demanding lower prices and higher value all at the same time as the core of their travel experience. The demand for an authentic experience is outstripping all others, with engagement with the local culture and spiritual renewal coming to the forefront, while the expectation for top quality service and hospitality excellence is higher than ever. It is a different marketplace, primarily due to the rise in social media. The exponential growth of social media in the 2 years since the beginning of the recession means that social media is no longer considered a fad, but a fundamental shift in the way we communicate. The travel consumer expects to participate and be actively engaged in a conversation, with communications between a destination and its consumers no longer one way, but rather part of an overall discussion. It is also a market that has featured what I would call airline survival economics, whereby the airline's impact on the marketplace was not one of growth, but one of contraction. You only have to pass through the nearby San Juan Airport hub to understand the dramatic impact of this capacity reduction. After many years of overexpansion and heavy financial losses, American Airlines and others realized that there were too many airplane seats chasing too few passengers, and implemented a disciplined and systematic plan of consolidation and reduction in capacity. The result today, my friends, is fewer airlines, with fewer seats flying fuller planes and charging more for those seats. With airfares higher, the cost of the vacation is higher. I get so many calls from stakeholders asking me what I can do about airline prices. The truth is, very little. The more the consumer pays, the more the consumer expects of the vacation experience. It's a double whammy, because the higher prices we have no control over, but they expect more from us as a result of the higher prices. The situation is also compounded by increased taxes on airlines, as governments struggle to find money to keep up with the high costs of building and running airports and other public infrastructure and social services. Bearing in mind that travelers are demanding increased value and service quality at the core of their travel experience, then the obvious question is, how do we as a destination respond to this new marketplace and mindset? How do we meet the demand for excellence? Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we are fortunate that the experience these travelers are looking for is one that our God-given assets, namely our environment, our heritage, and our culture, have put us in a fortunate place to provide. Research tells us that these attributes are the same ones which distinguish our tourism product from most others, and provide the basis of our appeal to tourists and sophisticated travelers from around the world. That is why our government is so readily supportive of those projects and enterprises, small and large, local and foreign, which blend these natural and heritage assets together. It was just yesterday morning that I visited the new Fairview Great House project, which is on the verge of serving its first cruise ship customers tomorrow. This was my third tour of this site since it commenced construction in 2009. And I'm deeply impressed with the tremendous vision and investment of capital and passion that have shaped this project to recapture and interpret the rich history and natural beauty of Fairview. I can just see Freddie Lamb smiling now, up next to God. The more discerning traveler has frequently cited history, environmental stewardship, and the ability to experience another culture as key factors in deciding where to go on their next trip. That is why other key nature and heritage-based attractions like Brimstone Hill, Romney Manor, and the Scenic Railway, to name a few, have been so successful and continue to be so important to our tourism product. At the end of my tour yesterday, I congratulated Clayton and Kieran, and Chef Gregory, who some of you will know, in person. And then I telephoned Kishu, and he's here tonight, as head of the Chandiromani family, for making such a timely and significant investment in this project. Together, they have created more than 25 new full-time jobs and saved dozens of others during a very difficult economic period. But it was their commitment to the tourism industry and their love of country and their understanding of the trends in the marketplace that propelled them to make these very far-sighted decisions.